Well, it delights me to no end that today, this particular Sunday, was the chosen day for Membership Sunday. Because around the world right now, our Christian siblings are distributing palms for Palm Sunday. They are ritualizing and drawing meaning today from the ancient story that tells us about Jesus entering the city of Jerusalem on a humble little donkey, and the people who loved him so dearly, knowing what terrible fate awaited him and could await them simply by loving him, pulled palm fronds off of trees to lay on the ground that he passed over as a sign of their love. And they shouted out to him words of deep adoration. And Jesus said, "All things are possible with God." And I'm going to draw from our Universalist theology and say that differently. And Jesus said, "All things are possible with love." Why does it delight me that it's Palm Sunday today, on the same day that it is Membership Sunday? Because both holy days, for that is how I see this day, as a holy day with our new members. Both holy days are about belonging, they're about love, and they are about the promises that we make to one another and which bind us. So that when the going gets tough, for the going will always get tough, the flood waters will rise, as our reading said. We have a way of calling one another back into community, back into that brave and bold cookie love that makes all things possible. That makes all things possible. Palm Sunday is all about the relational, as is Membership Sunday. As Mr. Rogers says, the connections we make, well, maybe that's what heaven is. Yes, Reverend Rogers, you know he was a minister before he was a teacher to our world's children. And this is what entering into covenant means to Unitarian-Universalists: connectedness, intentional relationships, love. We are a covenantal faith, a promise-making, promise-breaking, and promise-remaking faith. Practicing, not perfecting, practicing this deep relationality rooted in love with one another. By entering into covenant with this church and signing the membership book, as is about to happen, these newcomers are saying yes to all of this. And you are renewing your yeses to this community and to our Unitarian-Universalist faith, its mission and the purposes and principles that drive it, all centered in love. Your yes says, I'm willing to try for this love. I'm willing to try for it. As UU Minister Reverend Kimberly Debuse says, covenant calls us back to our best selves. It's about how we treat one another. The people we have known for months, years, decades, the people we work side by side with on committees and events and projects. She says the people we celebrate with and mourn with, the people who delight us and annoy us, and maybe even hurt us, but whom we consider a chosen family. A chosen family. Covenant, she says, is about how to church, how to church, how to be in community with one another. And friends, this is not about being good, nor is it being out of covenant means you're bad. No. Covenant helps us navigate humanity, ours and each other's, intentionally, with humility, with honesty, and with the capacity to get things wrong and make amends, and with the willingness to return again and again into right relationship with one another so that we might rightly claim belonging to one another. Your people are my people. My people are yours. When we commit ourselves to this, to the best of our abilities, that's all we're trying for, the best of our abilities. Make faithful promises of yes to this, and take seriously how we show up in community, and take responsibility for ourselves here, including the impact we have on one another, how we love one another here. When we commit ourselves to all of this, we really do make all things possible. We really do make all things possible. And we are so blessed to have 12 new beloveds who have bravely and faithfully crossed this threshold, curious about whether we could be their people and if they could be ours. And as I've come to know each of these wonderful humans, I think it's safe to say, yes, you belong here. And yes, we belong to you. And we're so blessed by your choosing us.